Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is a T-52. It's a Tier 6 Soviet premium light tank, a reward tank, and it's located on the north spawn of Malinovka under the command of Apache 6467 of REBRN. Okay, this tank's armed with a 57mm gun capable of 85 alpha and decent penetration. Oh, he just fired into the side of one of his own teammates, the Type 64, which means, of course, he won't be able to get a high caliber now, because even though team damage is switched off, you won't be able to get a high caliber if you damage your own teammates. Okay. Well, he's spotting the enemy, spotting quite a lot of them, and he's already picking up loads of stun, or spotting assist rather, not stun assist. And there's a Skoda gone. There's an OI over there. He's taking damage. Yep, he's getting loads of damage. It looks like an Arty round hit the side of his vehicle. And he's gone as well. So 1.6k of damage already on the enemy. See all those shells zipping overhead. Now the T-52 was supposed to be a replacement for the T-26, and that was the tank that the Soviets bought from Britain, or rather they bought the A-26 and they then did their own version which they called the T-26. It was a very slow infantry tank. But the Soviets wanted a little faster tank, and in fact actually what they designed was a vehicle that could potentially be used as an alternative, like the a spotting tank or an anti-tank vehicle like the Panzer Mark III. And potentially it looks like Apache has managed to get a scout medal for spotting at least 9 of the enemy. Well, he's now up to 3.5Ks, 3.7. He's getting masses of spotting damage. Huge amounts. And he's giving cues to his teammates to say attack this one or attack that one. Now, that Mario Kart over on the west side of the battlefield, he's a bit of a threat to Apache. Oh, but he's now been popped, so he's out the game as well. Now, initially, they were actually going to build them at the Kirov plant, and it was called the T-50, and they started design work on it in 1940. And you might ask, why were they designing a tank that looked or acted very much like the Panzer Mark III in 1940? Well, that's because the Germans and the Soviets actually did share tank information, not just because they were in a pact, a non-aggression pact that was signed between Molotov and Stalin, and Ribbentrop rather, which enabled them to actually invade Poland from both sides, but also because they wanted to improve their tank engineering. And I think the Soviets were impressed by the Panzer Mark III, even though some Soviet tanks are actually better than the German ones, such as the T-34. Of course, at the time, the majority of the tanks in the Soviet army were very light tanks like the BT-7, and they built them in tens of thousands. But it wasn't really up to fighting a Panzer Mark III. Apache's now decided there's only 5 enemies left. He's picked up 4.3k of damage, and he might as well go after the remaining enemy. And there's only a few of them left. He's going after the T-150, takes him. No, he got some damage assist. Now he's going after that enemy T-52. 2 shots in, 3 shots in. Go for the last one. Oh, he doesn't get the kill on that one either. They found an AMX-13 F3 over on the other side of the battlefield, and he's the last enemy alive, trying to get some more damage before he's dead, and he's gone. So 15-0 battle. And it was all over very quick, just under 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes. So we might have to recategorize this game into the fastest 15-0 column. Well, it's an ace tank for Apache 6467 in the T-50-2. He did so much spotting in that game, he ended up with 3 medals. A spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. He got a patrol duty for being the only tank spotting at least 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged. And also the scout badge. He did get the scout medal for being the only one to detect 9 enemy vehicles during the game. And although his win rate is very low, 833, don't let that deceive you, because obviously spotting damage is not counted on win 8. It's actual damage that's counted towards the win 8, and he did do some actual damage at the end, but his XP will be counted on spotting assist as well. Let's have a look at team scores. He's way down the table when it comes to damage, only 357 hit points of damage. The high score in that game was the Excalibur with 1,584 hit points of damage, then the Cromwell with 1,157. Cromwell picked up a Biscucci's and the M44 got a Confederate. When it came to kills, again, it's Cromwell who managed to get the kill here. 4 kills for him, 2 for the Excalibur, Type 58 and the Hummel. And Apache didn't get any at all, no kills. But when it comes to base XP, yes, he's right at the top of the table, 1,085, and that's because of all the assists he did during that game. 747 for the Cromwell, 642 for the Excalibur. He fired only 7 rounds in that game, got 5 direct hits and 4 penetrations, damage of 357 hit points, and all of it was at close range. He received 2 hits from the enemy, both of which were penetrations. Both came from that T-52, which was very eager to try and put rounds into him, but couldn't save his soul. He spotted 11 enemy tanks, so 2 more than he needed for the scout badge, and damaged 2 of the enemy. Didn't get any kills, but he did do 4,921 hit points of spotting assist during that game. He earned 39,798 credits, got 50,000 credits from the Veni Vidi Vici, so his total came to 89,798 altogether. And after repair and ammunition resupply, this ammo is very cheap. He actually ended up with 86,475 credits profit. He managed to get 2 bonds, one for getting the scout medal, the other one would have been for the patrol duty, and 1,627 XP times 4 for the first victory, 488 because this is a premium vehicle, took home 6,998 experience points altogether. Now I call this the Holy Trinity. If you can get the spotting, the patrol duty and the scout, that's the Holy Trinity. If you can get it with an ace, that's even better still. That shows you are a top scout, because you don't even have to fire at the enemy, you just have to spot them and spot enough of them to make your team win the game. And this game, well, 15-0, I think that says it all, and under 5 minutes. If we look at the team time score, yes, 4 minutes 18 seconds, so this does go into the table for the fastest 15-0 win. I don't think it's tops, because I think it's actually been beaten already, but it's still a very fast one, so I'll have to check that against the others and see which playlist we put it into. But very well done by Apache 6467. Now, I should say, we do have some more T-52 replays for you. Apache 6467 sent some more in, and so have some other players. So we'll see how this little light tank actually works under different command and in different circumstances. I really do wish that I had one of these, but Wargaming never gave me one, because unfortunately I wasn't in the game for 4.5 years at the time when they gave them out, and it was a reward for those who'd stuck with the game for long enough. Unfortunately, I missed out by, I think it was about 6 months, but that's because for those first 6 months of watching the game, I was actually watching videos. I never actually played the game. I wanted to know how the game was played before I got into it, so I missed out in a sense, but that was my own fault. But I'd really like to get one of these eventually, I suppose. Any chance, Wargaming? You say that you could send one my way? Oh, just hope that I do. Anyway, if you like this video, please give this video a like, and do subscribe to our channel, hit that notification button, and thank you for watching.